Tonight, it's official. The October referendum is off. A charge of murder reduced in the Rockhampton Magistrates Court.
And in sport, the Wesley Hall Cup again goes to Frenchville.
Good evening. A Rockhampton magistrate has refused to commit a teenager to trial for murdering a 55-year-old vagrant. However, 18-year-old Malcolm Fraser will face a jury on a lesser charge.
55-year-old Jack Wardell was bashed outside Rockhampton's St Vincent de Paul's hostel on May the 1st this year.
For a murder charge to stick under law, intention to kill must be proven. At the close of proceedings today, Defence Counsel Brian Harrison argued there's no evidence to prove intent. The magistrate agreed, refusing to commit Fraser on murder, but instead entering a manslaughter charge.
Meanwhile, a rampaging Etna Creek prisoner who smashed windows and cells on Monday will spend an extra 6 months in jail on top of his existing 3-year sentence. 23-year-old Lindsay Gordon-Dallin pleaded guilty to 3 willful destruction charges in the Rockhampton Magistrates Court today. After the break tonight, Bat Mania is about to strike. Plans for the Primary Industries exhibition in Biloela are well underway, but the organisers say they need $3 million to fund the first stages of the 5-stage development.
Billions got to see the silo in the city when it was at Expo 88. It's hoped just as many will when it becomes the central feature of the grand Primary Industries exhibition planned for Biloela.
The world has been going batty for weeks, and now it's Rockhampton's turn as Batmania strikes. The blockbuster movie will be in Rockhampton for 8 weeks, but already the bat business is booming.
When the sun goes down and the criminals of Gotham come out, Bruce Wayne heads deep below the expanses of Wayne Manor to a high-tech lair called the Batcave.
Sport now, and Gary, I'm sure all Queenslanders are rather disappointed after last night's match.
Certainly are, Bruce, and in fact one person is sitting right here. Very disappointed with the Broncos' performance, but top marks to Cronulla. They certainly deserved the win. A great game. And after the break in sport, Frenchville retains the soccer Wesley Hall Cup. Frenchville retained the prestigious Wesley Hall Cup when they defeated Nirimba 3-1 at Norbridge Park last night. The game was won in the first half when an inspired Frenchville combination completely dominated proceedings.
Continuing faith in the development of juniors paid dividends for Frenchville coach Bevan Dingley when his side won soccer's most sought-after trophy, the Wesley Hall Cup.
Former Central Queensland long-distance runner Graham Woods has been disqualified from this year's Sydney to Melbourne Westfield run. After finishing in 4th position, Woods has been disqualified after returning a positive test for a banned drug. The test was carried out on the 4th day of the race after allegations from support crews and other runners. The run was held in May. Budding young Central Queensland skipper Noel Ryan will this weekend sail the seas in the Open Regatta as preparation for the national titles later this year. To give his crew a sporting chance in Perth, Noel is seeking sponsorship for new sails. Polocross isn't exactly a high-profile sport, but the entertaining game, which has aptly been described as playing lacrosse on horseback, is on the move. Up to 6 Central Queensland teams will travel to Wandoan for the Queensland Polocross Power Brewing Championships on September the 2nd and 3rd. And on that note, that winds up our sport for another evening.
Good evening. Well, it's not quite September and already we're experiencing hot, humid weather. In Rockhampton today, we had a maximum of 29 degrees and a minimum of 15. Current temperature is 22 degrees, barometric pressure 1,012 hectopascals and rising. Humidity is 75% and winds are calm. In Central Queensland today, the maximum of 31 went to Emerald and the minimum of 9 went to Biloela. Our synoptic situation: the remnants of a frontal change lay across the coast near Fraser Island today. This front linked with the trough which extended west of Emerald to the southeast Gulf of Carpentaria. A few showers continued in the warm, humid air mass northeast of the trough and front. A high located over the southern inland Queensland is producing dry, clear weather west of the trough and front. To our cloud map, the next front is moving into South and Central Australia, preceded by a developing band of cloud. No significant rain has so far been reported from this cloud. Forecast for the coast. For the south coast, a shower or two this evening in the far north, fine otherwise, some overnight fogs, mostly light winds and coastal sea breezes. Friday will be very warm with a few showers and local thunderstorms. For the Central Coast, a few showers this evening, fine on Thursday, some overnight fogs. Humid with mostly light northeast to northwesterly winds, and Friday, a few showers. For the Central Highlands and Central West, isolated showers on the Central Highlands this evening and Thursday afternoon. Light winds tending very warm on Thursday and freshening. A cool southerly change extending to the Longreach area tomorrow night, and Friday a few showers or thunderstorms are expected. Back to the coast with our weather observation from Lady Elliot Island. Winds are from the northwest at 2 knots, seas are calm and no swell. Heron Island can expect winds from north-northwest at 8 knots. Our small ships forecast St Lawrence to Hervey Bay. Variable winds to 10 knots, mainly northeast to northwest. Seas mostly less than 1 metre, isolated showers this evening in northern waters. Our tide time and heights for the Capricorn coast, 3.6 metres at 9:12 a.m. and 4.2 metres at 9:18 p.m. For Rockhampton, 2.6 metres at 11:24 a.m. and 3.2 metres at 11:36 p.m. Our regional forecast, most areas should be fine. Rockhampton is heading for 30 degrees, a shower or two tonight, then fine, though fog tomorrow morning, light winds and a minimum there of 15 degrees. Gladstone, a shower or two tonight and then fine, light winds tending northeast during the afternoon, a minimum of 17 degrees and a maximum of 28. And to our capital cities forecast, Brisbane will be fine and 23 degrees, Sydney mostly sunny and 22, Canberra will have a few late showers and 15 degrees, Melbourne showers and 14, Hobart should be fine and 14 degrees, Adelaide can expect a few showers and 15 degrees, Perth will have showers later in the day and 19 degrees, while Alice Springs will be fine and 21 degrees. Darwin also fine, humid weather there and 32 degrees. And that's our Newswatch weather as supplied by the Met Bureau at 5 p.m. today. Roll on summer. Bruce.
I'll second that. Thanks very much, Catherine.
Thank you, Bruce.
Before we go, a look at the main stories today. The state government cancels the October referendum, and a teenager first charged with murder now to face a manslaughter charge after an incident at a Rockhampton hostel. That's Newswatch for this Wednesday. Thank you for joining us, and make tomorrow a winner. Good night.